Hello everyone, this is Vidhead85 and thank you for joining me on Real Newsblast Episode 2. This is titled, the episode is called Rematches and Eligibility Questions. After the 2016 Democratic loss, progressives stood up to take on the fight against oligarchy. People like Andrea Jenkins of Minneapolis, both Danica Roem and Lee Carter of Virginia, Representatives Ro Khanna of California and Kenyella Ng of Hawaii are some examples of progressives who won seats without corporate backing, and there shall be more of them. So another such person who's running without corporate backing is from New Jersey. He's a congressional candidate for the 7th House District, and his name is Peter Jacob. He's competing in a primary to face Leonard Lance a second time. In 2016, he lost by almost 38,000 votes with no help from the Democratic Party in his state. So will state Democrats back him now? The answer is likely to be no. He could end up getting through the primary with name recognition and, of course, as many folks who've been canvassers before put it, good old-fashioned shoe leather. It's also rated a +3 Republican advantage, so New Jersey 7 might flip. Local Democratic parties, however, seem to be going with another candidate, Linda Baker, who is a banker, and likely she's more centrist. And I said because, of course, Baker and banker, I guess I just put them too close. Now let's go to Kentucky. Dan Johnson narrowly won his House seat for the State House District 49 by 150 votes in 2016. He faced off against Linda Belcher, who represented the district in two separate stints from 2009 to 2013, and once again from 2015 to 17. The district went for Trump with 72% and for Rand Paul with 64%. Rep. Dan Johnson was dogged by allegations of sexual assault and took his own life. The special election was called for February 22nd to replace him, and his wife Rebecca Johnson ran against Linda Belcher. Belcher took the race with 68.4% of the vote, and Johnson ended up with 31.6%. However, this may not be the last time that they face off, because Ballotpedia reports that she's filed to run for November of this year. So she has a primary, but if she wins it, the rematch will be on. Ding ding. Our last story takes us to Michigan, where the governor's race on the Democratic side is embroiled in a weird snafu. So Gretchen Whitmer came onto my radar when she spoke for expanding Medicaid to Michigan residents under the Affordable Care Act. She also railed against the Citizens Initiative that Republicans brought forward that said that women would have to carry rape insurance. It ended up passing as a Citizens Initiative, as I just said. I thought to myself, she should be the next governor of Michigan, and she's running for that office. However, Abdul El-Sayed, former executive director of Detroit Department of Health and Wellness Promotion, is also running, so Whitmer has a primary challenger. El-Sayed is being attacked by the state Democratic Party, though, regarding his eligibility. Now, the background is this. He was in medical school in New York from 2013 to 2016. He was registered in both New York and Michigan and kept a house in Ann Arbor. Now, per Michigan law, one must be a registered voter for 4 years prior to the election. According to BridgeMI.com's article titled Michigan Dems Call on Abdul El-Sayed to Take Eligibility Issue to Court, Dillon, who is Mr. Dillon, the Michigan State Democratic Party chairman, said, "Regrettably, we feel this is the only way to put this matter to rest quickly and without ambiguity. We hope the court would handle this request swiftly and diligently so all of our great candidates, including Dr. El-Sayed, can put this issue behind them and focus on the issues that really matter to the people of Michigan." His campaign produced statements from a campaign lawyer, former Federal Election Commission Chairman Robert Leonard, saying El-Sayed is eligible and calling the questions a red herring. Now, there is also tinges of racism in that, as well as he has raised concerns about that. You can't help but wonder if it's all to get him out of the way so Whitmer can pivot to the general election, or if it's one of those establishment talking points of he's too far to the left, he's Arab, and he's Muslim. That is the whisper campaign around it because, of course, you know the rest. So another thing that caught my eye this week was a Young Turks video called Company Begs Employees Donate to Corporate Democrat. Employees were told to donate to Whitmer, and this is the kicker. Her father was CEO and president of Blue Cross Blue Shield from 1988 to 2006. Now, El Sayed is a supporter of single payer, so of course that gravy train would end under a single payer system. They can't risk it. I will timestamp these 3 stories on the link below so that you can click on them and show them to your friends. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, the timestamps are there in the event that one of the stories you want to share over the other 2. So the reason I started this is because I kept hearing nonsense news, and I'm going to also share some other YouTube newscasters so you can support them on Patreon if you want, and you can also subscribe, but make sure you click that bell because they're unsubscribing folks, which is crazy, but you'll be alerted every time they upload a video if you click the bell. So check out the link to my first Real Newsblast and my homepage for new episodes as they arrive, or save the playlist. Thank you so much for joining me for Real Newsblast.